It's called a circular saw, brother. And it's downstairs.
No, I did not. Check me out. I got so much to show you guys today. You haven't been here, so we got to get you caught up. I don't like it that knot. So my board is 193 inches, I think. I want it to be 192, exactly 16. And then these factory edges, they're not straight. So that's why I'm doing this. I am putting a straight edge on the end. So this one I'm gonna go exactly 192. Tie it all together so I have something to screw this eye joist into. All right, set your side down. Come over here. Lean it up against this wall. All right, check it out. We are putting our subfloor down over our kitchen. Kitchen down there. We're coming out 136 inches. And then we're gonna go 16 feet down. So my 4x12 cedar header is 16 feet long. That is all kitchen. Basically 12 by 16. That's a huge kitchen. But I wanted to show you this. If you're a contractor and you're a builder, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're a client, just know that your contractor, your builder is always doing this as well, thinking ahead. You're always a few steps ahead of what you're currently doing. In this case, all my subfloor, I'm not bringing it out flush to the edge of my 4x12 cedar header. I'm leaving a space in here. That is for my drywall, because we're gonna put drywall covering right here, all the way down this and all the way around. That's gonna blend in with this wall, everything else, right? So that way the cedar's just sticking out. We don't have these giant holes right here. So I'm leaving a little space right here for the drywallers to put our drywall in. Otherwise, if I flush these up to the edge and I didn't think ahead and plan for that, then my drywall would stick out 1/2 inch past this cedar header, and then we'd have to do something on the bottom as well to kind of clean it up, make it look nice. But this way, it's all flush and it's all uniform all the way up, and it's gonna look awesome. Morning, everybody. So I have a sub crew out here. They are painting the exterior for us. It's a white exterior, and then we're gonna have a black facing trim on the doors and the windows. So they will be back out here in I think about another hour they get here. And then they'll get rocking and rolling on finishing the bottom level, a little bit of this top level, and then putting on their second coat. Kian and I are inside and finishing up some blocking, a little bit of framing work.
Take that wood, man.
I got that wood, stupid.
Let me get on the right side of it.
Banana.
You big old dum-dum.
Ow! Ow! Could you take any longer?
This thing's bolt action. Hey, HR, could you buy nails right over there?
Hopefully after today, maybe tomorrow morning, we can have all the blocking done, all the framework done on the inside, and then turn it over to all the trades 100%. We did have the electrician come out yesterday. They started running, they put their electrical boxes in, started drilling holes in the studs for where all the lines are gonna go, started kind of prepping all that. Absolutely love the way they did it. It is cold in Oklahoma today. We've had subs here, we've had HVAC here, we've had electricians here, waiting on the plumbers to get here. We're closing things up. It's a giant spider web of HVAC up there. I'll show you that. Looks like Dormammu coming out of the furnace. Those of you who know will get it when you see it. We're installing our big front door. We're experiencing some issues, which, you know, when your door's 6 feet wide, 8 feet tall, you're probably gonna run across some issues. First issue is my threshold here. It will not stay down. It kept like raising up. So we're having to fasten it down, which I hate doing. I don't like doing it. I like them when they're sturdy, they're strong. This one is not all that strong. It's a thinner metal, has a little bit of I don't know, some sort of plywood or MDF or something underneath it, giving it some strength, but not much. So it's sitting there flapping. So we need to secure it down, otherwise when people step on this, it's just gonna move all over the place. I'm not gonna be able to seal it. We had to remove some of our zip tape, unfortunately. Didn't want to do that either, but we had to remove some of it. So we're getting it secured, and then we're gonna come back, put beads of sealant all the way around the bottom. We'll re-zip tape the inside, seal the inside, get the corners, get everything Right. Now we're putting some screws. Put some screws in here, creating a little spot for the head of the screw to sit. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but you probably saw it go down a little bit. That's what we're experiencing, is that little bit. I don't want to stand on this and it feels spongy. I want to stand on it and it to feel strong for my clients. Man, that's just gonna destroy that threshold. We'll come all the way up and then come all the way up and trim around this piece here. So we're at the front door, and the boys are putting trim up. We literally just got done putting our front door in. Kian's over here doing a little bit of sanding to make sure that we are perfectly flush with the outside of the home. So that way, when we get our trim boards on, our trim boards aren't cantilevered or wonky looking or anything when we nail them on. So they're making some final touches. We're gonna get trim around this thing, get it all sealed up with some Lexel, and then let that set for a couple days and then come back and paint it to match the rest. Beautiful 6-foot by 8-foot mahogany door is in. So we are inside now. I'm standing in the living area. You can't see it real well because there's trash here, but we got some channels cut in the ground here. We decided to add some in-ground outlets. So we dug out a nice pretty channel over here, and then we forgot to lay electrical line for over here in the kitchen for our island. So we're gonna have a 4x8 kitchen island right here. We got all the plumbing in here, but completely forgot about the electrical, so we had to do another channel here so we can get electrical up into that. But that's okay, because we'll fill all those channels back up with concrete, and this whole floor is going to be LVP, so it's all going to get covered. No one's going to know except for you guys. Big fun key feature in this home is our HVAC system right here. So we've got this big giant spiral running all the way down this hallway, and it is going to be an exposed HVAC system. So this spiral is going to have drywall coming up all the way around it, and it's going to be exposed. Now we have our furnace almost directly above me in the roof. That runs down to where my guy is over here installing this piece, cuts the angle, and then comes down here. What this is doing, this is supplying air to all of these rooms. So we have a chase that goes up over here into the office, over here into the bedroom, and then the same over here. It just spreads out as it goes down and as it goes along. So let's go upstairs and take a look and see what the rest of it looks like. Behind me is Dormammu. That's the giant mess over there of all that silver ducting. And inside that mess is the furnace. It's on the other side actually. But that is spreading our air all the way throughout. We got one here, one here. We got 3 over there in the front coming down. We got a guy over here into the loft area, 1 here into the stairwell area, and then 1 in each bedroom and bathroom. We got our returns over here. Attic door, attic access is in. Did that yesterday. But the air runs from the furnace all the way over here to this chase. This chase is going to transfer the air from the furnace all the way down and then into the hallway where we just showed you that big spiral ducting that runs all the way down the hallway below us. So this is where all that air is coming into that, and then it gets transferred into each room from there. We've got our electricians. They're running all our electrical lines, all of our boxes throughout the house. They're doing a beautiful work. Everything is level, it's pretty, it's clean, it's concise. That's the way we like it. A couple things that they decided to do without my approval, which I approved later because it's awesome, is in our stairwell here, we're going to have a light that shines down. But who wants to turn on this bright light in the middle of in the middle of the night and come down the stairs, right? So what they did is they added a few outlets along the way, and that's gonna have a light that shines down off of those and give us some ambient lighting all the way down around our stairwell. Good stuff. Bring this left side lower, right there. I should have kept going and saying higher, lower, higher.
Dude,
lower,
it couldn't have
higher,
gone
lower.
any different.
What? I'm sorry. What's up, everybody? We are back on site in Blanchard, and we got the guys from Red Dirt Septic out here putting in our septic tank today. And this is where our septic is going to go, this giant hole. The digging out here is phenomenal. We got this beautiful sand layer on top before we get to our dirt down here. They're going to get this thing nice and level and flat. Septic should be here in about 20 minutes, then we'll get some good shots of this thing going in. We are at the point now where our furnace is operational. We've got it installed right here, but it's all hooked up. The furnace is running. Outside, it is currently 48 degrees outside. We are set inside to 50 degrees, but the temperature in here, this is showing 64, 65-ish. That is how well our rock wool is working. It is 15 degrees warmer inside than it is outside. Y'all gotta start using this stuff. But we have got plumbing done, we've got electrical done, and we've got HVAC done. But we are at the point where I think we are ready for drywall. So I believe next week, hopefully, if they're available, we will start having some drywallers in here and getting all these walls covered. This is gonna be our client's office, and we're going to actually put our rock wool bats all the way up and through here and make this kind of a quieter space for the client. This is where they're gonna be working out of. Just like half a day, I think, of work left to do in here, and then we're ready for drywall. And paint, and then flooring, and then trim work, and then kitchen, and then vanity. So we're at the tail end on this build.